Welcome back, folks. That's by Edna and Harvey, the Breakout. And when last we left off, we were in the kitchen examining there. But I've returned all the way back to the room that we started in, because I wanted to check if this dotted line ended in it. And indeed it does. This really makes me wonder how she was able to make this dotted line instantaneously. But it's not the only reason why we're here. We have a few items that I want to use in certain rooms, like the ketchup and the mustard, as well as the knife and fork. Let's see if we can cause mayhem with the ketchup in here, starting with the pads. We can tear them, we can write on them, and there's this here which says Ken sent me, which is a reference to one of the Leisure Suit Larry games. It's a reference that I didn't get because I've never played them. But we're delaying using the ketchup on the pads. Will this do something? Oh, it will. You know what this means. It's time to use this on every single pad. And watch as each and every pad has a slightly different splotch of ketchup on it. The people that work here are going to have a lot of questions about what we did here and why. Mainly why. A little bit of how, but mostly why. Oh, there are lots of these, and I love that you can use the ketchup in here. You may have thought, well, we can put it on some things. Surely we can use it in this room, and in all the other rooms that you've been in. And this is the reward for your investigation. Mayhem. Loads and loads of undiluted mayhem. 100% concentration. They say that you shouldn't have too much mayhem in any one day, but Edna doesn't play by the rules. And this is the result. We're going to be using the mustard as well, because I'm pretty sure that's going to also be able to be smeared all over this. Oh, you can actually use it twice on the same pad, though it doesn't do anything, apart from make a little sound. Okay, time for the mustard. Oh, you can put the mustard on top of the ketchup. And I accidentally clicked the wrong thing there. There we go. I imagine there's not going to be too much more that we can do with these pads. After all, they are pretty small. Well, they're not that small, but they're small when you decide to rip a hole in them, write on them, put ketchup on them, and put mustard on them. There's only so many things that you can put on a pad in a padded cell. And I think we're close to our limit. And this is when we actually find some mayonnaise, and then we can use the mayonnaise on this. This is definitely worth going back to do. If anything, Babbitt will get into so much trouble when he finally gets out. He'll get them to open the door, they'll have a look inside and go, "Why didn't you stop her?" And he won't have any explanation, mainly because he had no idea we were doing this. Okay, he had some idea we were doing this because he did see the room when he opened it up to put us back in here. If he actually paid any attention to what was in the room is another question. If he didn't, he really should have. Now, can we do anything with the knife and fork?
I've done enough slashing for now.
Fair enough. What about the fork?
Upholstery is best enjoyed well done.
Indeed. Can we get rid of the paper cup here?
They only serve bread and water in here, and they're out of water right now.
And they're also out of bread. Pot holder?
Look at that! The pot holder is significantly fluffier. But nothing in the world is fluffier than Harvey.
And deadlier. You forgot deadlier.
Right. Nobody's as fluffy and as deadly as Harvey.
We haven't really had much evidence about how deadly Harvey is. We're just going to have to take your word on that. Can we put ketchup on the table?
Ha!
Yes, though we can't see it.
Ha!
Different ha there, though. Knife on table?
I don't have to set the table today. I've decided I'm going out for dinner.
And out you will go. Same thing for the fork?
I don't have to set the table.
Yes, indeed. What about the cup? We may lose the cup doing this.
I don't have to set the table.
Nope, the same dialogue. Fair enough. I haven't actually tried to arrest any of these pads, though.
I don't have to arrest the cushion. It is already in a cell after all.
That it is. Can we arrest the table?
Hold it right there, table. You're under arrest.
That you are. We're also going to have to arrest the chair, aren't we?
I don't have to apprehend him. His development seems to be arrested enough already.
Can I use the cup here?
That would be a miserable consolation after all I've done to it.
Indeed. Surely we can give it some apology ketchup.
Haven't I caused enough damage already?
Enough damage? That's a blatant contradiction of words.
I was just about to say, there's no such thing as enough damage.
Haven't I caused enough?
That's a...
However, we have heard that before. Can we use this on the door?
Take that, you insufferable means of exclusion!
That we can. What about the mustard?
Take that, you insufferable means of exclusion!
Marvelous. What about the knife?
Take that, you insufferable means of exclusion! Too bad. Not even a scratch.
The door is very durable. What about the fork?
Take that, you insufferable means of exclusion!
We got a different sound effect, and that is definitely attention to detail.
Water! Water!
It's not gonna fall for that trick. We've done everything that we can in this room. Let's go over here and not actually go into the office, because we want to look out here first. There are things that we can look at and use our items on, like using the ketchup on the distance and seeing if we can make a splotch of red appear.
Impossible. It's too far away.
Nothing is impossible. Except Dr. Marcel's pants, maybe.
I don't think we're going to be getting any interesting dialogue doing this, but it's worth having a look.
Good riddance.
Okay, we can throw away the cup like that. That means we have to go and get another cup. At least it's not too far a distance to go to get that cup. Let's quickly pop back and grab it. I say it's not too far a distance, and then I realise how many screens we have to navigate to actually grab it. Out here. And then down here. I wonder how far the cup went. I can just imagine somebody walking around by that church and then getting hit by a cup, and then wondering just where it came from. I wouldn't be surprised if Edna could throw things that far. While we're in here...
This one is as soaked and filthy as the last one. And I bet it's just as useless, too.
we might as well use all the new items that we've got here. Like the ketchup.
Whoops!
Don't even. This is. Well, but don't.
Did you see that, too?
I did. That's something we've already seen. What about using the ketchup on the water dispenser? That's better. Something new. Brilliant. What about the knife?
Yippee! Let's cause a flood in here.
Oh, Harvey, the dispenser is all empty.
I never get to have any fun.
No, you don't. And I wonder if the fork interaction is the same.
Yippee!
Oh,
Yes, it is. Can we feed the plant with some ketchup? Oh, we can put ketchup on all the plants. That's brilliant. And mustard too. Even better. Knife? Oh, we can use the knife on them as well. And the fork. Oh, we're learning new things about this game all the time. Can I use this on my TV?
the ketchup likes to watch cooking shows.
You can learn the most amazing things.
That you can. What about the mustard?
Mustard adores talent shows.
Don't you just love it when Ellen DeGenerate spices things up with her saucy comments?
We could also show it the knife and the fork and the pot holder.
The knife likes horror movies the most.
It just isn't entertainment if you don't see blood gushing.
What about the fork?
The fork likes spaghetti westerns.
I get so wrapped up in them sometimes.
I should have seen that coming. I haven't used the pot holder on this.
There's nothing to mop up here. It's empty.
Fair enough. Would you like it?
He's not all that hot.
Would you like some ketchup?
I'd rather not. He's still ignoring me.
Fair enough. I imagine the same's gonna happen for the mustard.
I'd rather not. He's still...
Yep. What about the knife? And I realised there that my yep was almost like the yep from Babbitt. It's quite easy to slip into using that yep.
I'd rather... He's still...
Okay, I think all of them are going to be the same. And while I'm on this floor, before I head up and go check out the office, we can't go into the storeroom where Babbitt is because Babbitt happens to be trapped. We'll use all our items in here, and also use them on that plant. First, the ketchup.
Wow. Looks like the shower scene in Psycho.
I wonder what you're going to say when we put the mustard there. Nothing. Makes sense. Can we mark this with the ketchup?
Darn it.
Not surprised. That thing always ruins our fun.
Darn it.
Can we mark the mirror, though?
Let's check.
Ah, we can hear things backwards.
There's some.
Can we hear the knife and fork one backwards?
Fian.
Yes, we can.
Grove.
And the pot holder, I imagine.
Sirlosa.
Speaking of the pot holder, it's time to use that on this.
Look here, Sinister Towel Dispenser. I've got my own towels.
What are you going to say about that? Probably nothing.
Darn it.
That thing truly is magic, isn't it?
Darn it.
There's nothing we can do to that. We really need that with us. That'll be able to solve all of our problems with the power of towel magic.
There's soap with lemon, soap with apricot. Why isn't there any ketchup-scented soap?
There's ketchup-flavored crisps. They're surprisingly tasty.
There's soap with lemon. Why isn't there...
That's a repeat. Can we use the knife on it?
No, I like my clothes the way they are. Dirty.
These are not clothes, Edna. They're cutlery, but fair enough.
No.
Nothing else there. And while we're in this corridor, I know I've diverted from examining the roof because we had to go and get another one of those dirty cups. Let's deal with this plant. It has been improved! And further improved. And now it's got holes in it. And even more holes in it. Can we put this on the windows?
No. I don't want to ruin the view.
You probably would ruin the view by doing that.
Just a sec. I'll attach the diamond blade first.
What's the delay? Where is this diamond blade?
If we wait patiently, it'll come eventually.
I don't think it will.
Tell me about freedom, Harvey.
There are no forks out there. Everybody eats with their fingers.
That sounds rather unhygienic depending on the food.
Tell me about freedom, Harvey.
Nothing is either too hot or too cold out there. Everything has that just right baby bear temperature.
I don't think that's true. That's definitely not true. Now, there's lots of stuff that we can mess around with concerning the ketchup and mustard in here.
Bullseye!
Not surprised that that happened. Can we put the mustard on there?
Bullseye!
I also don't think that Harvey knows how darts works.
Bullseye!
Ah, you can use that on there.
Bullseye!
Okay, now that actually was a bullseye. Can we use the pot holder to any effect?
No, those aren't brutal enough for this kind of sport.
Fair enough. Can we enhance these bubble gum things with the ketchup?
I can see the ketchup gum. Darn. It's on top of run-over cat flavor.
Aw, wait, why do they even have that flavor?
I can see the mustard gum. There it is, right between carcinogenic coloring and in the dispenser since the 80s pieces.
Why do they have those flavors in there?
Brute force is absolutely unnecessary. The dispenser isn't even latched.
What a dilemma! Wanton destruction or free chewing gum?
Why not both?
Brute force is absolutely unnecessary.
What a...
I don't think there's anything else we can really do apart from use the potholder on this.
I can see the stewing gum. Hard to spot. The toad spawn piece is in the way.
Why do you have that flavor? I'm going to be saying that about a lot of the flavors, aren't I?
It's not ground coffee beans, but what the hey?
We've made a drink.
It's not ground coffee beans, but what the hey?
Now, did that mix with the ketchup, or is that now just mustard in there?
I'll just put a few aroma pores into the filter. Oh, drats. Is aroma spelled with 2 R's or 1? Whatever.
Now it tastes different?
I'll just put a few aroma... Oh, drat.
No different dialogue there. What about the potholder?
If someone asks me in the future, how did it affect your life when you combined the potholders and the coffee back then? I will give him the following answer. In no way.
Yeah, I was expecting that to be roughly what you'd say, or that you wouldn't say anything at all. We still have the soap and the faucet that we can interact with. Did I even interact with that faucet when I was here? Good question.
There's soap with lemon. Why isn't...
Okay, I think all that is going to be the same. But what about this?
Wow. Looks like the shower scene in Psycho.
Okay, most of this is going to be the same, but... mayhem. And we always like mayhem. Speaking of mayhem...
Give me all your... I go...
Yuck!
There is no mayhem to be had there, but there may be mayhem if we mix the marmalade with this.
That won't make it any more edible.
No, it probably won't, considering how old it is.
That won't make it any more edible.
What if we put them together, though? Okay, that probably will still not make it edible.
I won't even think of eating that. I've seen enough B-movies to know the danger that comes from purple substances.
B-movies seem to be full of dangerous purple things. Mostly blobs from outer space.
I won't even think of eating. I've seen...
Now, can we take it with the potholder?
I won't touch this. Not even with potholders.
Not even with these potholders? Wow, you really don't want that. Okay, nothing more we can do in here. So, let's now pop back upstairs and go and check out that office. And also, use the ketchup and mustard on this door.
Take that, you insufferable means of exclusion!
Because it's a door, that means we can smear condiments all over it.
Take that, you insufferable means of exclusion!
Haha! Let's now go. We have a plant that we can't really interact with here because it's on the floor, but maybe we can actually use the ketchup on it.
I think I've done enough damage here. I shouldn't add insult to injury. At least not in written form.
Unless you're planning to write with that ketchup, I don't think you'd be writing any insults there. Now, there are lots of things that we can use the ketchup and mustard on, and I'm going to be using the cup on that last. Marvellous. Can we make it more marvellous? Yes, we can. I'm going to save before I put the ketchup or mustard on that fireplace, because it may decide that this is not a useful item, and thus we put it in there. And I definitely want to keep the ketchup and mustard. Let's see what happens if we use them here. Does anything happen?
The barbecue is called off. The fire has gone out.
Oh, and I was looking forward to the barbecue.
The barbecue is called off.
Can we use the knife and fork here?
I don't want to burn it. It could still be of use somewhere.
Good to know that it might still have a use.
The barbecue is called...
And we get the same piece of dialogue for using that in the fireplace. What about the knife on the desk? Haha, we're causing even more mayhem. What about the mayhem that could be caused with this?
It's mahogany, not macaroni.
You're not gonna try and eat that. That's quite sensible that you don't want to eat that. What about the pot holder?
That's Dr. Marcel's desk. I won't even touch it with a pot holder.
Fair enough. I bet we can't put them in here.
I don't want to burn it. I could still use it somewhere.
Can we put ketchup on this?
No. It may all just be a blatant lie, but it is a hint regarding my father's past nonetheless.
Fair enough. Clearly, we're going to be using the ketchup on the diploma. Okay, we can actually use the ketchup on the diploma. And the mustard.
I'd really love to, but it's behind glass.
Oh, ruined. Ketchup on this? Brilliant. So much mayhem. So much mayhem. Knife?
Just a sec.
What's the...
If we wait...
We've had that before, but we haven't had the mayhem with this. Excellent. Can we use the mustard too? Yes, we can. And I haven't tried to use the police badge on everything in here. I'll be doing that in a moment. First, I need to use the pot holder on this.
The cabinet is at room temperature.
Fair enough. Time to arrest everything here.
Even the police won't find Holger in here.
No, they won't.
Say, is falsifying documents a federal offense?
Federal events? What kind of events?
Offense! A federal offense!
You must mean events. I'm not familiar with that other word. If I were you, I'd worry more about making some sense.
I don't think you were listening, Harvey, but never mind.
Is narcissism illegal?
That's a question that I don't think either of us could answer.
I don't want to burn it. It could still be of use somewhere.
We could certainly arrest that thing up there that we think is false.
After I've escaped, I'll sue the newspaper for character assassination.
Sensible idea. Police badge on desk.
Might this be the notorious desk murderer?
We may never know. Maybe we can use the ketchup and the mustard on this. Bet we can.
That'll be a nice surprise when he sits down.
I imagine it won't be, but that doesn't make it any less funny.
That'll be a nice surprise when he sits down.
Now he'll have ketchup and mustard on his trousers.
I can't arrest the doctor yet. I'll have to get more evidence first.
We'll need a lot more evidence. Okay, we can further vandalize the chair.
But Edna, you can't do that. The precious leather upholstery.
She did it anyway. Did you have any doubt that she would? I don't think you did. Let's pop back outside. Actually, before we do anything, we need to try and put the ketchup and the mustard on the ventilator.
Ketchup, now with self-applicator.
Marvelous. The knife?
It's suffered enough already.
We've heard that one before. Can we hide a paper cup here?
No water? No water cooler.
You don't say.
We do say. And while I remember, it's time to put that cup in the chimney fireplace. It's inevitable that we'll be leaving it there forever. It's a good thing that the place to get another one isn't far away.
Yeah. Even though the fire is dead, why not?
And it's gone. I imagine it's gone anyway. Is it gone? Yes, it's gone. Still don't know what determines whether we lose the cup or not. Let's quickly pop down here and grab another cup. We really should start running out of cups by now.
This one is as soaked and filthy as the last one. And I bet it's just as useless, too.
On the contrary, Edna, I think I'm starting to see the use of the cup. It forces you to backtrack to this area that's surely going to be important for something at some point. It's probably not going to be important for any point. But it's good for interactions, and we always want to see them. And somebody did tell me about this drawer that's here. I imagine that drawer is going to be locked, and we have to come back into this room to leave anyway, so we'll have a look at it once we're done with the roof. Now we're going to go round, and there's Babbitt, still trapped. Can we give you some ketchup?
Hey!
Yes, we can. Would you like some mustard?
Hey!
Would you like a fork?
Look, I have a fork now.
What on earth? Are you ransacking the whole asylum? Listen, you'd better leave me out of this. The doctor's gonna be mad enough as it is.
Oh, just wait until he sits down on his chair.
Bad idea. Very bad idea. I'm not a murderess. No, sirree.
Fair enough. Would he like to see the potholder?
Look, I've brought you a pair of potholders.
What on earth? Are you ransacking the whole asylum? Listen, the doctor...
Now, what's he gonna say if we show him this cup?
Do you want something to drink, Babbitt?
Oh, how considerate of you, darling. Hey, it's empty! And it's used! Ugh. And on top of that, it's filthy!
Did we get it back? No, we've lost the cup. You know what that means? That's right, folks. We're going all the way back to go and get another cup. They really are adamant about us not having any cups. They really don't want us to hold on to them. They're going, hey, this item's useless. And I'm like, I don't think it's useless. And then the game goes, oh yeah, we'll see about that. Here's the most useless item in all of Uselessville. But I'm going to find that use. I'm adamant that I'm going to find it. If nothing else, we can see how many cups we can get rid of. Maybe that in itself is a use.
This one is as soaked and filthy as the last one. And I bet it's just as useless, too.
That's a pair of lines that I think I'm going to remember the most in this game, because I've heard them so many times. Okay, back round the corner, quickly back to the roof so that we can have a look at that aerial. We really want to see if we can do something with that. Mostly concerning the ketchup and mustard. This place is an absolute mess. Does this happen every time Edna tries to escape? I wonder how many times she's tried. Let's go round this way this time. It'll bring us straight to what we want to look at. This.
Look here, Harvey. This is how they make the red color on TV.
That's crazy! Crazy!
But is it true? You be the judge. That or science.
Look here, Harvey. This is how they make the yellow color on TV.
And to think there are people who say that computer games don't teach kids anything!
That's right. So far this game has been nothing but educational. Isn't that right, folks?
Look here, Harvey. That's how you determine the cutoff frequency.
Wow, a knife that really hurts! You're a freaking genius!
Ooh, the puns in that were razor sharp. Get it? Knife sharp? Never mind.
Look here, Harvey. This is how you reel in the radio waves at night.
Like spaghetti, I see.
Clever. What about the potholder?
Why would I do that? To dampen the reception?
Yep, and why wasn't there a question mark after the word reception?
Look here, Harvey. I'll show you how they make the sets for the daily soaps.
Hooray!
We got an interaction with the paper cup. Can we arrest this? Good question. I've never thought of arresting an antenna before. Time to try. I don't think I actually clicked properly. Sometimes it's a bit finicky.
Look here, Harvey. This is how you avoid paying TV fees.
Well, I know some other methods as well.
But we're not going to tell you them here. Let's go back indoors and see about looking at that drawer. I bet that drawer's going to be locked. It is right there. Let us look at it.
A Norwegian hardwood drawer with leaf-gilded inlays.
Where do you see anything like that? This is ordinary beach.
The player was deeply impressed just now.
That I was.
Open sesame! That must have been the wrong incantation.
Indeed it was. Can we take the drawer?
I'd have to get it open first.
Alright, let's open it.
Closed. That makes me angry.
I imagine it does. We're gonna have to find a way to open that. That's not the right thing I want to click on there. I want to click on the drawer.
Harvey doesn't fit in any drawer.
I imagine Harvey does. The question is, do you want to put Harvey in the drawer?
I didn't come here to tidy up.
No, you did not. You came here to cause mayhem.
In this panel, Captain Useless gets his savings from his sock drawer.
All 50 pence of it. Can we arrest the drawer for not opening?
Open the door! It's the police! No reaction. Darn it.
Okay, now they're just splicing little bits together to make it slightly different, and I still love it. Mainly because I love that darn it. It's so awesome.
The drawer's not screwed. The situation is. The drawer is just stuck.
It's stuck. Clearly ketchup will help.
Greasing won't be of any use. What we need is brute force.
Ah, we probably need the polo mallet. But first we'll try the pot holder.
If there's any item not suitable for forcing a drawer open, that would be these pot holders.
We'll see about that game. A knife?
Yeah, I can reach between the desk and the drawer with this. With any luck... There! Success!
Whoa, I inadvertently solved a puzzle. I was going to try the water cup on that.
Okay, let's throw it in there.
Okay, I'm not surprised that that happened. Let's have a look in there. Oh, we can't actually have a look in there by using it. Look in there?
There's an old key in the drawer. I'll take that. I bet it's important. Dr. Marcel kept it hidden in a locked drawer after all.
That he did. Ooh, we have something new. And I know where that's going to be used. On that door further down. But we have to get there first. And before that, we're going to be using the ketchup and the mustard on everything we encounter. Because why not? We've already done everything that we can here, so let's head down and use the ketchup and mustard here.
Take that, you insufferable means of exclusion!
Brilliant. What about here?
Take that, you insufferable means of exclusion!
Will I ever stop enjoying doing that? No.
Take that, you insufferable means of exclusion! Too bad. Not even a scratch.
Fair enough. I don't think the fork's going to have any different interactions, so we'll pop into here briefly. And put ketchup and mustard everywhere here. Like on this chair. And there's that missing line of dialogue again. That we get if we use the mustard as well.
It's hard to get in between.
We should find a wall socket or something.
Don't try this at home, kids. It's dangerous to play with electricity.
As if any children have an electric chair just sitting around in their homes.
Heed Edna's warning there. Don't play with electricity. It's very dangerous. We could use the key on this chair, but I think I know what the key's going to be used for.
The handcuffs seem to open automatically.
Ooh, interesting dialogue there.
I think an electronic key is something completely different.
That it is. Can we use the ketchup here?
It's hung the wrong way to use it for cooking.
Indeed it is. Ketchup on this set of controls?
Not necessary. Everything is under control.
Ketchup on the lever, that might do something. Yes, it does. Ha ha. Brilliant. What about the key on this?
There is no lock blocking this lever. The doctor is always ready to give his patients electroshocks.
I wonder if the key can be used on this lock here. Probably not. It's probably just used on that one, but we'll give it a go. Could work.
It doesn't fit here.
That it does not. Let's pop down and see if we can use the ketchup and mustard on anything else. Probably nothing here.
Greasing won't help. I need the key.
Indeed you do. As for using the key further up, we'll do that once we've fully explored downstairs. Speaking of being downstairs, we have a few things to use the ketchup on in here. Like this plant. And the mustard too. And the knife. And the fork. Excellent. I imagine we're going to be able to use the ketchup on this.
Why? Nobody would notice.
That's still a valid point, even though we've heard that before. Ketchup on the lounge chairs?
No, thank you. I prefer to eat standing up.
Fair enough. And what about the knife? Oh, that's not where the lounge chair is.
No, thank you.
We've heard that one before. And what about on this?
This is what's always bugged me about modern art. It's impervious.
Do we get different dialogue for using the key?
Doors. Keys belong to doors.
Oh, that's right.
That they do. Did it really take you that long to figure that out? I doubt it.
There's no key to understanding modern art.
And sometimes there is nothing to it at all.
Acrimonious and heretical. You are a piece of modern art, Harv.
I'm postmodern. You can ask anyone.
Oh, interesting. What about the key on the plant?
Nope. There's no hidden passage behind this plant.
Keep on searching. Keep going.
We'll find one eventually. And I'm curious, can we use the key on these pictures? We could certainly use it here.
I once dreamt of a locked door. I sensed there was a staircase behind it, without any steps.
Ooh, cryptic.
Look, old man, I found your key. You're at a loss for words now, aren't you?
I think he's always at a loss for words, and while we're here... Yeah, I imagined we could do that. Awesome. What about the pot holder?
I wouldn't even touch him with pot holders.
Fair enough. And what do these two have to say about pot holders?
I once dreamt I was a pot holder. I could touch anything, regardless of how hot it was. Candles, fireplaces, the sun, kids falling down the stairs.
And when we come back, folks, we'll continue to explore the kitchen, now armed with a key. That key is probably used for that door that we doodled on, but as I said, we'll check that door out once we've fully explored downstairs and made our inventory even more full of things that probably don't have much use apart from general mayhem. But in the end, isn't that all that matters, folks? Mayhem. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.